What's up, family? It's your boy Tony here with another video. I know it's been a minute. I apologize. I've been doing things. Life been lifing. But I want to bring you a new pickup I had. I actually had quite a few pickups, but I decided to go ahead with this one first because if you haven't seen already, I've been posting a lot of things about this recently on my IG and on shorts here on YouTube. So as you can see already, Mac Military Armament Corporation here. Let's go ahead and start with the unboxing. Of course, you get the box. Inside the box, you get pamphlets, your little lock or whatever. But let's go ahead and see what's in the bag. So in the front pouch, your owner's manual for the Mac 9, the Agency Arms optic plate. I've already removed the iron sights and put that on. You get a couple of Allen wrenches. You'll get some screws. You'll also get a pin. So if you decide to go without the magwell, you can use the shorter pin instead. And then you get a fiber optic. You also get some cleaning supplies. And then also you get the other triggers. It's actually a pretty nice invention. I don't know any other guns that do it. There might be other ones, but this is the first one I've seen. Your trigger itself will be larger or shorter. Based on this, you can remove these, put them on, take whatever off. Now I will say the sizes really aren't as big as you would think they would be. This is a medium one. I'll put the short one on, and this is a large one. It does extend it, but it's not a huge extension. And then you get another larger mag release button. I stuck with the one that's already on there. It is drilled and tapped, which is good, so you can add your favorite accessory on there if you want. And that's all for the front pouch. Your two 17 round mags. It does have TISA on there. I believe they're checkmate mags. These fit with no issues at all. Feel amazing, nice quality. And then you get your firearm, which isn't in the bag. So for those of you wondering, tier one concealed holster. This one is a light bearing holster for the TLR 1. It also works for the Holosun PID. So this is the Mac 9 DS comp. As you can see, this is a 4 1/4. I'm to the point now where I realize that 5-inch 9mm guns aren't for me anymore, and those guns just sit in a safe or put up somewhere because they don't get used at all. With a 4 1/4, I can utilize this as a EDC as well as a ranged toy. As you can see, it's a little different. We will definitely go over all that. Here is the comp. That chunk port in the front is ported, supposed to do real well. Let me just go ahead and get out and say that I have not taken this to the range yet. I will be soon. This is just my unboxing and first impressions. I will be doing a follow-up video after I put anywhere from 500 to 1,000 rounds to it. Go ahead and show you that it is empty. Empty. All right, this is a pretty hefty gun. Like, it feels heavy. It is forged steel. I know some people are gonna complain because it's not made in the USA, even though Military Armament Corps is in the USA. They're in Knoxville, Tennessee, but they get this from overseas. This is a Turkish staccato clone, if that's what you want to call it. I guess everything's a staccato clone. I guess the Springfield Prodigy is technically a staccato clone. So out the box, it was decent. And I say that because, you know, I have a Prodigy, Dan Weston DWX, I have Oracle Arms or OA Defense 2311. I have another Prodigy. So I'm not high-end 2011 bougie, but I know what decent quality is. And I was impressed with the looks of it, but wasn't impressed with the actual feel and functionality of it. We can start with the slide itself. It's a lot smoother now that I've worked in it a lot since then, but at first it was extremely gritty, and that was annoying because my Prodigy slides are not gritty at all. They're actually pretty smooth, even with all the Cerakote on there. I have an issue, and that is the disconnector issue. This does get hung up, as you can see right there. It doesn't stop completely, but it does get hung up on the disconnector. And that is an issue we have, of course, on the Prodigy. Now, let's get into what else bothered me. The grip. And here is the stock grip right here. The actual grip itself, the thickness of it is actually pretty good. This is actually thinner than the Prodigy grips. I think this is what most 2011 grips should be size-wise. It's not too thick. It feels good in the hand. It's just the material feels cheap and it has no grip to it. The only grip you're gonna get is a little bit on the back and a little bit on the front. Now, the magwell on there is actually pretty good. So that's why I'm still utilizing it. There's another issue, which I will cut to in the video, but it has to do with the Springfield Prodigy mags not working. So I've been seeing that there's been a problem, and I actually ran into this issue myself with my Mac 9 DS comp, and it has to do with the Checkmate mags, or the mags that come with, and Springfield mags. And even though they look almost exactly the same with no issues, as you already saw, the Checkmate mags work with no problem, but the Springfield mags do not fit. All right. So this is a 17 round mag. It does not fit at all. Like it won't even stay. Like it's not in there at all. See, I didn't even tap it. It just came out. It won't seat. Now I can go with the 21 round mag. If you do it hard enough, it'll seat. And people have shown that it does fire. Like that's in there, right? Well, no, it's not in there. Like you got to slam it in there for it to go in there. So now that's in there, right? But like I'm squeezing to release it and it won't release. I actually got to snatch it out. All right, welcome back. So as you can see, there's an issue with the Prodigy mags. Now the fix to that, which you should see on one of my shorts, is you add a new grip with a new mag release. It's the mag release that's causing the problem because the Mac 9 mag release is a little bit thicker. I don't know if you can see that there, but it's a little bit thicker and wider. So the mag releases from the rest of the 2011s, like the Springfield Prodigy ones and the other ones, will not fit in this grip because it's made specifically for this mag release, and this mag release will not fit on these grips. So if you want to fix that problem, because you got a lot of Prodigy mags laying around, you're gonna have to change out the grip. That's the only way to get the perfect working grip to magazine thing going on here. Now the trigger itself, to me, was nearly on point. Now it's more on point now because I did change out the sear spring for a Wilson Combat sear spring. I had one laying around. I went ahead and threw it on there, and as soon as I threw it on there, it was on point. And I'll show you that real quick. So here we go. As you can see, that's your take up. Barely any at all. That's it. You want to see a reset? That's it. It's forceful, but it's ready to go. So to me, that's perfect. Now I will say the trigger did not go in here at first. The grip works perfectly, which not all grips will work with this. I have a Icarus precision grip that I've been trying to figure out what I was going to put it into. It will not fit on here. Right here, if you see, there's a cut on the Mac 9 DS, and the Icarus goes straight over. It doesn't have that cut and divot. So not all grips will work. If you can see, my Prodigy has that divot as well, the grip for it. A lot of 2011s do, but for some reason the Icarus grip did not come with that divot, but the trigger did not fit. But the good thing about this not being a metal grip, even though it feels solid and amazing, I had to do a lot of filing down the sides, the top, the bottom, the sides, the back side of it, to get the trigger to eventually work like it's supposed to in here. So as far as that goes, the grip worked, but everything else worked. The screws, I did order the mag release from MJD, and it was tapped as well and drilled. So I was able to put the Mac 9's cap or extended mag release cover button on it. And so that worked out perfectly. And then I did order the MJD magwell, but the finish on it was more to match this. and it wasn't a tactical magwell to where I could rip if I need to. So I decided to go, and I realized that the Mac 9 one fits and it's aluminum grip. So I just put that on. It looks perfect to me, I think. The grip itself, it's aggressive. I don't know if you can see it. I grip this and my hands get bit up. But the great thing about it, since it's not metal, is it doesn't rub against your skin. I tried wearing it a little bit and it wasn't tearing things up. Now I don't know if it's going to tear up shirts or not, but the grip feels perfect. This grip, I said it in the video, for it not to be a metal grip, it is as solid as a metal grip. The only time you can tell that it's not metal, honestly, is when it's right next to a metal grip. MJD Solutions, Matt, you did an amazing job with these grips, and this Killmonger grip is amazing. I love it. Slide, stop, slide, release button. I love that it is extended and the way they curved it so it fits around all the magwells. I didn't have an issue with the magwells that did fit, having an issue with it. Being able to reach that mag release if you need to from all the way back there is great. I love it. Keep it going. Like, I'm not complaining at all. Like, stick to that. As far as the thumb safeties though go, I will say I'm a little disappointed with the thumb safeties. Now it's slightly extended on the right side and it's thinner on the left side. So if you can see that there and that there. For those who like to ride the thumb safety, you can still get on it, but you're going to slide off because there's not a lot there. But I'm probably going to replace it with a thicker one. I'm probably going to go with Wilson Combat. Those seem to be the best ones. Compare those or Atlas. You know, if you get the right grip on it or whatever, you should be fine. Honestly, it's already compensated and it's a steel gun, so it has enough weight to it to actually stay somewhat flat. Anybody who has a Prodigy has the AOS optic system, so just being able to go straight to that. I love the fact they give you an RMR1 already in the box, which is something Springfield doesn't do. They give you that doctor, so that was cool. Now I went with the O sight. As you know now, you've seen the O sight before. I put it on my Prodigy. I love them. I know some people do drop tests and stuff and say they're not as durable. I'm not sitting here slinging my guns around and throwing them everywhere. For those of you who do, good on you, but I don't. I haven't dropped one yet. And if the glass breaks and I'll just replace it. I can co-witness. So even though I'm not a fan of suppressor height sights, they don't look too bad on here. They're not as big as they are on my Oracle Arms 2311. Yeah, you can co-witness with no issues, no problem there. The dot works. You're able to charge this perfectly, putting the top on it, and then they fixed it to where the sight doesn't block it at all. They have a little cutout on it, so that works out perfectly. But now the slide serrations on here, they're decent. They could have been a little bit deeper. My Prodigy ones, you can't really tell. They are deeper. So I would say this is the shallowest I would go when it comes to slide serrations on a 2011 or 1911. Now what helps this, of course, is having the slide cuts, so it makes it easier to grab. So it's not a big deal on the front ones, but the rear ones, you're gonna have to use the optic more than you do the actual slide itself when your hands are, you know, sweaty, wet, whatever. Now the cuts look amazing, but I have a feeling that trying to do press checks when this barrel is hot, it's probably going to cause a problem, and I guess we're going to find that out really, really soon, because we're going to take it to the range. 500 to 1,000 rounds is going to have this really, really hot. With these fixes so far, this gun is amazing. Is it worth the price of it? You know what the price is. I don't have to say it. Yeah, I mean, even if it's your tinker with gun, honestly, the Springfield Prodigy was the best gun to tinker with that there was. But you know, being able to save a couple $100 with this makes it even better. Now the Prodigy grip to start off with is better, but I would often say that the Prodigy grip needs to be replaced as well. So being able to save some money and then replace the grip is perfect. Now, all the internals in here are machined internals, so there's no point in honestly replacing them except for fitment, and you don't even need to replace them then. Just get you a sanding stone or whatever and you know, polish them, do what you need to do to those pieces, but they're all machined. There's no mem parts in here, so there's no point in replacing the parts. So getting an EGW kit isn't really worth it. I only switched out to that Whistling Combat because I wanted to see. I had already tuned it, so I put it in here to see how it felt, and it just tightened everything up, so I just left it in here. But I could have stuck with the sear spring that was already in here. Now, the guide rod in here is a tool guide rod, and you have to, if you can see right there, there's a pinhole, and they give you the pin to put in there, and that's how you release it. I did order a Dawson Precision toolless guide rod to put in here because I don't do tooled guide rods. I just don't. I will be going with a lighter recoil spring because this is slightly oversprung. It shouldn't be this heavy when racking the slide, but it is. So I will be dropping down to a, I believe 11 or a 12 pound spring on here. I am going to replace the mainspring housing with a slightly lighter mainspring housing as well. Off of first impressions, do I feel like this is a great buy? Yes, but I feel like it's a great buy for someone who already owns a 2011. I don't know yet, without shooting it, if this is a great buy. Now, if this shoots lights out, no malfunctions, no issues at all, then yes, it is a great buy for everyone who wants a 2011. But as of right now, what I had to fix from somebody who owns other 2011s, is it a great buy? For somebody who already owns a 2011, yes. But for somebody as their first one, as of right now, I can't make that recommendation. But again, that's based on the fact that I haven't shot it yet. So we'll shoot it, see how it shoots. If it shoots amazing, then I can make that recommendation. If it doesn't, then I can stick with no, it isn't. But as of right now, yeah. I will say, this MJD grip, I'm gonna sing their praises. Now, I bought this with my own money. I didn't get this for free, okay? So I've been seeing their grips. I wanted to get it for the Prodigy, but I really didn't need it. And I wanted to get a metal grip so badly, but his grips feel solid. Like, there is no movement, no flex to them at all. And this grip, that Killmonger grip he just came out with, is just the right aggressiveness to grip your hand to where you feel it but not tear your hand up at the same time. It's honestly perfect, and I see why Watchtower went with them, and I see why Terran Tactical uses them as well, because he does a phenomenal job. So the Mac 9 DS Comp, 4 1/4, steel framed, machine internals. It's a 2011 double stack, 1911, whatever you want to call it, for a budget price. One of the cheaper ones out there, but in quality, it's not one of the cheaper ones. It's actually one of the better ones, honestly, within that range of, you know, 0 to, we'll say 2K range. I think it's one of the top ones within that range right there. So there you have it, the Mac 9 DS Comp for Military Arm Corp. I guess I'll get at y'all later. Appreciate yourself, appreciate those you love, appreciate those who love you, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.